Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Bernard Pagan claims his son-in-law threw him out of his own daughter's celebration of life and says he wants to be repaid for catering the event.
All rise.
Gerald Koch says Mr. Pagan insulted him in front of the guests, so he booted him out.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good morning. Thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Pagan versus Koch. Mr. Pagan, you are suing Mr. Koch for $725. You say your son-in-law kicked you out of your daughter's celebration of life service. Wow. And the defendant, you say the plaintiff disrespected you. Mr. Pagan, can you tell the court how is it after such a tragedy you could be in court suing your son-in-law after your daughter's celebration of life? What happened?
My son-in-law asked me to pick up the tab for catering, food and beverage. He was busy cleaning up the house. Probably first time he ever did it. I said, fine, I'll do it. For the goodness of my daughter, my love of my daughter. She was a strong fighter. She went down fighting cancer. She was a fighter. And, Your Honor, you need to know, this fight was up on top of them prior to her being diagnosed with cancer. She told me a few months before that they were in the process of getting a divorce.
That was before we found out.
Understand. So she confided in you as her father.
Correct.
All
They're
right.
getting a divorce. She's hit with this diagnosis. 5 months later, she's gone. To celebrate her life, we're going to have the celebration of life at their house. And Gerald said, text me a day before, could you cover the catering? I said, sure, $725. I said I'd pick that up. I've got the text here and the bill. I could show you.
Yes,
Everything I
please.
bought.
Thank you so much.
And I was good. We had the day of the celebration, the guests arrived, and oh, by the way, Your Honor, I was the one who planned it, invited the guests, get everything set up, the tables, chairs that we needed for the backyard festivities, our celebration rather, to remember the daughter. And he gives a 2-minute eulogy, just like he wasn't at hospice at all, or the hospital when she was fighting.
You're blaming me for...
You felt offended by the length of time that Mr. Koch spoke about your daughter.
I was offended by the length of time and the fact that he just said she was a great woman. He didn't mention love. He didn't mention care. He didn't mention fight.
Do you think that maybe he was just overcome with emotion and just could not speak verbally because of the weight of the loss?
That's certainly possible, but that's been his past behavior. Not there a lot. He's always got some hustle going on.
Were you holding some level of resentment because you, right, had been told by your daughter in confidence, you know, Dad, I think I'm gonna get a divorce? You knew that the marriage was kind of on the rocks before her diagnosis. Were you holding some level of resentment against Mr. Koch?
I wanted him to respect my daughter. And
Had you had a
I always
conversation with
respected
him
her.
before?
we've gone back and forth on this. He's always, with the bad language and whatnot, it's just...
He uses bad language with you, too?
He points it at a lot of people, but he points it at my daughter, and I don't care for it a lot.
Mr. Koch, Mr. Pagan has made some very strong assertions about the ways in which you treated his daughter, and he was not appreciative of the way you eulogized her at her celebration of life. What do you have to say to that?
You know, in Bailey's, honestly, like, Bailey was a great wife, and I think that he always was hard on me. No matter what I did, I tried to please him, and nothing seemed to work. I tried to be close to Bailey all the time, and that's true. We planned to get divorced, but that was before we found out that she got diagnosed with cancer. And as soon as we found out, she notified her father about it. I was by her side all the time. I tried to visit her as much as I could at the hospital.
Never saw it.
And what happened is, like, he was always there and he was always fighting with me. He was arguing, like, offending me. I just couldn't be there all the time because of him. So I tried to come, like, later when he would leave, just to, you know, like, eat something, grab some
So you
snack.
never felt fully accepted by Mr. Pagan?
Never.
Coming up,
And then I said, going through a divorce with this lousy husband. It was meant to be a bit of a joke. It came out.
Was it meant to be a joke? I don't think that was a joke, given your testimony thus far.
and later,
She's constantly have always been accusing me of cheating. She's just paranoid, really.
Okay, so your thing is this is a whole bunch of nothing.
Whole bunch
A
of nothing.
whole lot to
Whole
do
bunch
about
of
nothing.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Bernard Pagan, who is fighting with his son-in-law Gerald Koch over his daughter's celebration of life.
Even though you and your wife had decided to get a divorce, once the diagnosis was given to her, you decided, I'm going to stick by her, I'm going to see this through.
Yes, Your Honor.
How do we get to the point where you are asking her father to leave and he is suing you for the $725 he's presented in costs with receipts?
So I had a lot of stuff on my plate. I just texted him, asked, like, if he could help me to pick the food and bring
I see the text message exchange. It says, hey, Bernie, quick question. Yes, think you could provide food for Sunday. I have too much other stuff to get ready at the house. Will do. Sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate you helping me out here. So this was a very civil exchange, very supportive. How do we get to the point where he's thrown out?
Well, he offended me publicly. He said I'm a lousy husband, like in front of all the people and our friends.
What do you mean? He stood up to make remarks?
Yeah, he was just, you know, like, talking about Bailey, and then, like, at the end he said, like, you know, like, her husband was lousy in front of all our friends, and it was really embarrassing, and I felt disrespected. Honestly.
Did you speak poorly about Mr. Koch while you were there at the service when you had an opportunity to give remarks, Mr. Pagan?
Your Honor, during the eulogy, he let off. He spoke for 2 minutes.
You told me what he said. I need to know what you
What I
said.
said was, I expanded on how great, loving daughter she was, a good person. Bailey was an angel for me. And she left too early. She did. That never came out with him. I shared that.
I loved my wife.
And I
but that's
said,
not
while
true.
I said, going through that, I was telling all the guests how much of a fighter she was with her strength to try to fight cancer, which she also ultimately lost. And in that, I said, and that was on top of going through a divorce. He was unhappy with that. And then I said, going through a divorce with this lousy husband. It was meant to be a bit of a joke. It came out.
Was it meant to be a joke? I don't think that was a joke, given your testimony thus far. I know your beautiful daughter, your beautiful wife, would not want her father and her husband fighting at her celebration of life. That does not honor her. And even though, Mr. Pagan, you may be disappointed in the way that Mr. Koch, treated your daughter or husband, and you may have that intimate information about them wanting to get divorced, when your daughter confided in you, she was sharing her secrets with you. I can't quite say that at her celebration of life she would want that announced, especially when, for all intents and purposes, for those last 5 months of her life, she decided to remain married. I'm very sorry for your loss. This court is sitting here still wondering, why are you suing for the $725? Is it because you feel like you paid for it and didn't even get a chance to stay? but then again, you set in motion the circumstances as to why you'd be asked to leave. You set those circumstances in motion. Then this court has to look and say, well, was there even an enforceable contract? Was there a bargain for exchange, a meeting of the mind, an intent for there to be an agreement? I don't see that even in a text message. He just asked you for a favor, for help, and you said yes. And that means you made the choice to spend $725 on food because you wanted to do it big in honor of your daughter. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I also think it's a gift. I think you did something that was honorable and it was a gift. I just wish you would have carried that sentiment through to the remarks and maybe held your peace until you could speak to her husband privately at a different time.
Your Honor, I was sharing the honest truth.
I understand.
And I wanted her to rest in peace with truth.
And if that's what you needed to do, you did it. And then you unfortunately suffered the consequence of that action, which is being asked to leave. What's done is done. This court cannot change that. I wish I could. Trust me, if I had the power to change that, I wouldn't need to be here every day. Unfortunately, your son-in-law doesn't owe you $725. But I think he does owe you a conversation, and you owe him the same. I wish you all the very best. Judgment for the defendant. The plaintiff's petition is dismissed. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Bailey's in a better place. May she rest in peace. And she's not married to a lousy husband.
Bernie, I think all this thing was the reason because you were too emotional and you wanted to put the anger on me, but I'm not the one to blame for what happened to your daughter.
Coming up.
Now you done got all the way out down to the restaurant, about to go in there to get some breakfast, but really you trying to sit in the car and look at the phone some more. And then when he comes pulling up talking about where's my phone, now you scared?
You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Deidre Arnold claims her lover rammed her car after she took his phone. William Gray says Ms. Arnold smashed his phone in a fit of jealousy after he accidentally bumped her car. The defendant is countersuing for $437.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Arnold versus Gray. Ms. Arnold, you are suing Mr. Gray for $1,000. You say your ex damaged your car and owes you for the repairs. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Gray, you say the plaintiff stole your phone and damaged it, and you're countersuing for $437. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, I'll start with you, plaintiff.
We had just gotten back together, and his phone kept going off all night.
Okay.
And around 6 a.m., I was just like, I have to check it. So I went to the bathroom.
You had to check it.
I had to check it. It was going off all night. And we just got back together that night.
So how long were you together before that?
2 years.
All right, then you broke up, got back together.
Yes.
What did you see in the phone?
Text, photos, and calls, nonstop.
So
and not
the call that was coming in incessantly, did you get any evidence about who that was?
Yeah, some girl named Samantha.
Mr. Gray, while you were on that 3-week break, were you dating other people?
Your Honor, I'm a personal trainer. I meet people all day, every day. I engage. It's not what she thinks. She's have always been accusing me of cheating. She's just paranoid, really.
Okay, so your thing is this is a whole bunch of nothing.
Whole bunch of nothing.
A whole lot to
Whole
do
bunch
about
of
nothing.
nothing.
Well, since you had taken his phone, what did you see in there, Ms. Arnold?
The text messages went back when we started dating 2 years prior.
Coming up.
I threw the phone out because I was scared. I've never seen him like this. He was pounding on the windshield, pounding on the window. I thought you were going to break
Now
the
you're
window.
scared.
You're a criminal.
You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Deidre Arnold, who brought William Gray to court over a dented car.
Why are we here for $1,000? What happened to your car?
Okay, so after I got the phone in the bathroom, I heard him get up, and I put the phone in my pocket, and I was like, I'm gonna go get us breakfast. And as I was leaving the parking lot, he was at the front porch, and you followed me. You followed me to our breakfast spot.
Your Honor, I was tracking my phone. She stole my phone.
I didn't steal your phone.
So
were
you got
following
up, and
me.
once she left, you realized your phone wasn't on the nightstand.
I put two and two together. I was able to track my phone, and it was at the restaurant. I go to the restaurant. I see that her car is in the red. It's a very crowded parking lot. I make a right. I think in evidence, I kind of drew out a little diagram.
Did you bring that
what-
evidence with you?
I do have it here.
I'd like to see it, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you bring evidence as well, Miss Arnold?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Please give it to Deputy.
It's of the damage of my car.
Thank you so much. You follow her, and you go, and you get up to where her car is. What happens?
So I make a right, pass her car. I back up so that I can get out to retrieve my phone. I accidentally dinged her car, Your Honor. But on site, I let her know that I was willing to pay $200 for the damage that
All right, so
happened.
we don't talk about it anymore because you just admitted you dinged the car. What were you doing when he accidentally hit the back of your
She
car?
stole my phone.
I was in the car.
You were in your car?
Yes.
And
I was
that's
in the
you
car,
in
and
the-
he completely backed up. I'm surprised it wasn't more damage.
So you're in the white car?
Yes. Yes, Your
And then
Honor.
he backs up?
Yes.
And dings your car?
Yeah.
So
And-
you're suing for $1,000. I'm looking at your evidence here. Why did it cost $1,000 to repair your car?
That was the deductible I have to pay is $1,000.
All right, now let's move on to your phone.
Well, when I got out of my car, I approached her car to nicely ask her for my phone, and she threw the phone out of the window, and it completely shattered on the ground. And so I am asking for $437 to get my phone back.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
I threw the phone out because I was scared. I've never seen him like this. He was
Wow.
pounding on the windshield, pounding on the window. I thought you were going to break
Now
the
you're
window.
scared.
You're a criminal.
Now you scared.
Yeah, I'm scared.
You done
I'm
took
scared.
the phone
I literally
from
put
the nightstand,
Yes.
went in the bathroom with it, looked in the phone. Now you done got all the way out down to the restaurant, about to go in there to get some breakfast, but really you trying to sit in the car and look at the phone some more.
I was.
And then when he comes pulling up talking about where's my phone, now you scared?
Because he was pounding
I'm
on the
done
he
with
was
it.
pounding on the
I'm
door.
That's
done
not
with
true.
it. This is a waste of time.
This is not the first time you've
This
done
is a
this.
waste of time.
Oh, no.
This is
You know good and
ridiculous.
well, you just came in here and testified
This is
that
ridiculous.
you hit her car. Her deductible's $1,000. You owe that to her. You took the phone, Miss Arnold. You didn't have any business taking the phone. You broke the phone. He owes you $1,000. You owe him $437. Judgment for the plaintiff for $1,000. Judgment for the defendant for $437. I hope y'all don't get back together. Court
No,
adjourned.
we're done. We're done.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $563.
You are such a petty man, and I hope you're having fun at the gym with all your women. All your
No.
women at the gym. That's all you want to talk about.
You know what, Deidre? I wish you the best, and I think that you got your hit and run after all.
Please follow me this way.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.